In this op-ed, Emory Jr. Imani Brooks explains the wave of collegiate activism behind the Stacey Abrams campaign for Georgia governor. On May 22, it was announced that Democrat Stacey Abrams won the Georgia primary, making her a candidate to become the first black female governor in the country. The mere existence of Stacey Abrams' campaign was shocking to me as a black student. We elected Atlanta's second black female mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, this year, but I was still skeptical of Stacey Abrams winning. However, Bottoms' election made sense in diverse and progressive Atlanta, and she came up in a social group that encourages black women to run for public office. She and I are actually a part of that same group, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Incorporated, a non-profit organization of predominantly black, college-educated women seeking to provide assistance and support in local communities. In March, I joined 1,200 black women for Delta Days at the nation's capital, in Washington, D.C. Delta Days is our annual legislative conference to increase members' involvement in national public policy making, and it's where I learned how to increase voter registration and to support black women running for office. Hearing Democrat Marcia Fudge of Ohio promote her legislation and Catherine Pugh speak about her Baltimore mayoral term energized me as a voter. After leaving the conference, I saw clearly exactly why Abrams was possible in this day and age. She represents black women as a powerful force in politics. We support our own to knock down barriers around our communities. One Atlanta student supporting Abrams' revolutionary campaign is a junior from the candidate's alma mater, Spelman College, Michaela Pempleston. 20-year-old Pempleston is one of the co-presidents of the Young Democrats of America, YDA, at Spelman, the club in which she started her involvement in politics as a college student. Through this organization I was able to participate in campaigning for the Hillary Clinton for Georgia office, lobbying at the Georgia Capitol, marching to polls during local elections season, and engaging in a variety of conversations on campus regarding conversations on campus, locally, nationally, and internationally. For Stacey Abrams, I have volunteered through phone banking and encouraging voter registration on and off campus, she tells Teen Vogue. Pempleston calls Abrams the representation that Georgia needs to move toward progression. At Spelman, Pempleston says she has seen that when politicians do not do their jobs, people get hurt. A clear example is how gentrification in Atlanta can be disguised as rebuilding and revitalizing Atlanta, while it may actually disrupt people's living situations and creates food deserts. Politicians are representing the people. Abrams is much needed to repair their damage. Pempleston believes in Abrams not only because she is a black woman and a Spelman alumna, but also because she emphasizes the improvement and rebuilding of communities like the West End, a very impoverished area of Atlanta. That's why she watched the primary race via live stream, like a true polling nerd, and was overjoyed to see a face that looked like hers win. Representation matters, she says. Her primary win gave hope and broke the glass ceiling for more possibilities, and that's what it meant to me. To Atlanta, this means liberation. Keisha Lance Bottoms as mayor of the city and Stacey Abrams as governor of Georgia will change the whole political atmosphere for the better. Pempleston says, there have been only 2 elected black governors in America's history. A black woman increasing that statistic diversifies the old, white man's world of politics. Changing the face of politics is exactly why Abrams' campaign is full of college interns, including Hayden Davis at Emory University. Davis's political involvement began with volunteering on campaigns, including the latest Atlanta mayoral election. He reached out to the Abrams campaign in early February because he believes better policy will be passed if someone reclaims America's and Georgia's future for one of optimism, inclusivity, and equality, he tells Teen Vogue. Davis was so inspired by Abrams' experience, integrity, and capabilities, so he started a campaign chapter at Emory to mobilize passionate, liberal students to achieve the huge task of turning Georgia blue. As Davis recognizes, the primary victory is just the first step. Midterm elections will determine the future of Georgia's governor's race. Now Georgia is getting ready for November 6, Election Day. You can easily make a difference in a political campaigns like those of Davis and Pembleston, regardless of where you live. All you need is passion. Do not be hesitant to share and stand for what you believe in. Hold your local representatives accountable for the thing they promise to fix and do. Write to your local senator asking how you can volunteer with a campaign that draws your interest, and, most importantly, keep your willingness to learn open. Pembleston says, if you are specifically in Atlanta or Georgia, reach out to the Stacey Abrams headquarters to do your part with simple action steps. Like Davis, don't underestimate the stuff that isn't glamorous. Often the most valuable things you can do for a cause, particularly on the local level, are the less exciting, glamorous things. Going door to door in the boiling heat or spending hours making phone calls to voters aren't exactly fun, but they're genuinely some of the most impactful activities out there, and that's often really how you make a difference. Davis says. These two college students represent the hope that fuels Stacey Abrams' campaign and the future that desperately needs your voice in politics. You may not be running for office yet, but you can help the Stacey Abramses of the world win elections by being involved. Get the Teen Vogue take. Sign up for the Teen Vogue weekly email. Want more from Teen Vogue? Check this out.